Hey everybody, I'm just trying to live out and see how this live stuff goes. Hey PA Swarm King, how are you doing? And LO777 Video Plus, how are y'all doing? Just want to come on here and say hey right quick. Got the little boys playing in the background. What's up, Mike? And y'all getting any of these storms that come through? I know I seen Rooster had posted that the tornado had woke them up this morning around 3 o'clock. I think we're supposed to get some rain tonight. I've been working this week trying to get the hog house taken down so we can start building the start on the cow shelter. My poor little hands has caught it this week. Mississippi, you got snow. The mountains of North Carolina got snow this weekend. I think they got an inch or two. I was looking on Soda Land and Justin Rhodes and a couple of the other people that's in the western part of the state. They did a couple of videos where they were getting snow. Thank you, Video Plus. Glad you're watching. California. Are you in any part of the California where you were having issues with the floods? Not the floods, but the wildfires and stuff. Norsman Honey, how are you doing, big man? Hey, Farmstead Smith, how are you doing? I missed your live a while ago. I clicked on it and had some stuff I needed to do. I was going to come back to it, but when I come back to it, you were off. But you were on there for, I think, an hour and 30 minutes. I'm glad y'all don't have any issues with the wildfires. I know California has an issue with that. Seems like here lately every year. What's up, 86 Off-Road? Hope you're doing good. What do I do with my bees in the wintertime? I leave them alone. There's Copper, the new puppy. In the wintertime here, the bad part about bees in North Carolina is we get warm days and cold days, and the worst thing you can happen to your bees in the wintertime is warm days, because the bees get out of the hive and try to fly around, and they burn up resources. Of course, there's nothing for them to come back and get or go out and get, so they burn up the resources. Every time it warms up, I try to put some sugar water out, so if their bees are out flying around, they can at least bring back something to help them through the wintertime. Most of my hives right now are a little bit light. I need to put some sugar water out and get them fed up for the wintertime. We had a couple cold snaps here the past couple of days, and I do need to put some sugar water out for them. It's been dark here for probably about 2 hours now. I've been working over there at the hog house trying to get those trusses ready to take off tomorrow. I think that's going to be a job. My poor little hands. I told Hope about it. God knows my hands are killing me. I shed my bees in a heated shed. I've seen some people do that. You just can't keep them. You can't get them over a certain temperature in that heated shed, because the bees will fly and then you end up killing them. We got a who is that? Paw Patrol farm or a fire truck that the boys like to play with, and that thing makes a noise when you rode across the floor. But about the heated shed or whatever, you know, as long as you keep them below a certain temperature, the bees will be good with that. As long as you don't get them above that, they try to fly. The queen does still lay eggs in the wintertime. It's just she slows production down really, really low. She just does enough to keep the hive going for the wintertime. See, bees live longer in the wintertime because they're not flying as much as they normally do. So she doesn't have to lay as much to keep the hive going. I have dry pollen, and I've put dry pollen out for feeders and stuff, but for some unknown reason, I had a 50-pound bag, and I've never had much luck with the dry pollen. Maybe the bees just ain't never found it or something, but yes, my house is wide open. It's about time for them to crash, though. It's almost 8 o'clock here. Shoot for +4. We're doing all right, staying wide open. Hope's in there right now trying to start a cheesecake. We got to get some heavy cream so she can do it tomorrow. She made one for Thanksgiving. It's like I forgot what kind it was, but it got eaten. She's wanting to make another one because we thought we'd have some leftovers, but it didn't happen out that way. The good thing about our hives here in North Carolina is we don't have to wrap them for the wintertime. I know up north y'all have to insulate them and all that good stuff, but I mean, most of the wintertime, I don't even put a bottom board in my screen hives. What's up, James? Let's see. I need to check on some hives this week or this weekend, but like today, it weren't but 63 degrees, and some people go in their hives at 60 degrees, and if y'all have watched my videos for a while, I'm 100% one of these beekeepers that if they're your bees, you do have whatever you want to with them. I try not to go into mine unless it's over about 70 degrees, and like today, it got 69 degrees, but I was over there working that day, trying to get them tresses off. We had to work half a day today. Like this week, it's 57, low of 32, and then it's not supposed to get out of the 50s till Friday of next week. We're actually supposed to hit 26 degrees. Here where I'm at, we don't get a whole lot of snow. Ontario, Canada. My wife, or my sister-in-law is from Canada. She's from Port McNichol. Get a phone, ask you a question. Ruku's pretty cool. We got Ruku, and this is Hope's little workout room at the house. And we got a Ruku on this little smart TV in here. What's up, Chris P? Not a whole lot, working all the time. We didn't work that much this week. We actually had to work half a day today. We get a -40. The coldest temperature I've ever been in was a -23 degrees, and we were snowboarding at Keystone in Colorado at night. The wind was probably blowing 30 miles an hour. It was a -23 degrees, and good Lord, it was cold. Hope and another girl was trying to learn how to snowboard. Me and another guy, we'd go down to the slopes about 50 yards, and we'd sit there and wait and let them try to get down the hill. And me and him was about to freeze, but they were burning up. I haven't got a chance to listen to those podcasts yet, but I will check them out. I'm into the true crime podcasts and stuff. And there's another one I've started listening to. It kind of gets your blood boiling a little bit. Let me see what it is. I started listening to a new one today called Something's Wrong. I listen to Wise Traditions. Let's see, I'll go up to the top. Crime Junkie. Dr. Death. If you haven't ever listened to that podcast, it's pretty cool. It talks about different doctors that's gone through, and they've pretty much put them on trial for death. Well, meant for killing their patients and stuff. Anatomy of Murder is a good one. Do No Harm. Do No Harm is a podcast I've started watching here lately, and it's actually about the what is the name of that group? Child Protective Services coming and actually taking people's kids wrongfully and what all they have to do to get their kids back. If you ain't never listened to that, it will make your blood boil. And Wise Traditions. They got a pretty good stuff. And then I listen to Counterclock. It's another crime thing. And then Tom Brown's Body, which is about a guy that's he disappeared for a while and they didn't find him. I think it took them a year to find him, and they were trying to figure out who did that. And House of Broken Dreams, Paper Ghost, the Piketon Massacre, which they quit putting anything out about it. It was about a massacre that happened in Piketon County. Forgotten. That's about some murders and stuff that were going down and around on the Mexican border. But that's about what I listen to. 35 should be getting below 20 tonight. That's getting on down there. You definitely want to make sure that look after the animals. I used to snowboard back in the day. I loved to snowboard. If me and Hope had to pack our stuff up and leave, we'd go to Colorado. We'd probably want to stay in Frisco or somewhere like that because we love Colorado. I don't wrap, but I use quilted boxes and bottom boards. I've seen where people use the quilted boxes and all that good stuff. Yeah, you can get lost on podcasts. Most of the time I listen to podcasts and stuff. I'm one of these guys. I don't watch any TV anymore. All I do is watch YouTube videos. When I come home and sit down on the couch, Hope hands me the control because she knows I'm going to watch some YouTube stuff. I've got where I don't even watch regular TV anymore. I don't watch any regular sitcoms or news or anything else. I just watch YouTube videos. But Colorado is beautiful. I tell people all the time, I said it's worth the plane ride just to go out to Colorado and ride around and look. But yeah, I do. I love watching YouTube stuff. I mean, you can learn anything you want to. Hope don't know it. But when we get the cow shelter stuff built, I'm going to probably end up trying to get her a horse. I used to have horses back in the day. I had 9 horses at one time. I'd got to the point where I was getting the younger horses and breaking them and getting them trail ride ready. We, back a couple years ago, they run fiber optic through here. So we actually get our TV service through the fiber optic now because satellite got where it was going out so much. Need large donkeys. If I was going to get a donkey, it'd probably be a mule. One of my ex-girlfriend's daddy bought a donkey one time, and you talking about hard-headed, now he was something else. But where we got the lake house at Lake Tillery, there's a couple up there, and the guy that's he rides a mule. He's a pretty good sized mule too. The good thing about donkeys and mules, you can put feed out there and they'll eat what they want and leave the rest of it alone. The horse, you can pour in 50 pounds of food out there and he'll eat himself to death. But yeah, I used to have horses back in the day. We had 9 at one time, and they were anything from paints to palominos to, thank you, Terry, paints to palominos and all that good stuff. My first horse was a cutting horse. She was 2.5 when I got her. She was something else. Yeah, we used to have DSL. It was a step above dial-up, but that step weren't very big. But now we got fiber optic. The download speed is great, but the upload speed ain't worth the crap. Here she got 5 mules. We I haven't ever dealt much with mules. Donkeys, he was something else. But yeah, I had to go in this morning and work for a couple hours. I put maybe 5 hours a day and went 200 miles delivering feed. In case y'all don't know, I drive a truck for a company here in North Carolina. They've got farms in North Carolina, South Carolina, Iowa, Missouri, and somewhere else. It's called Prestige Farm. Hey, Rebecca, how are you doing? And I deliver feed. They do hogs and turkeys. They're so cool. I've never been to Oregon. We took a Tahoe from North Carolina and drove it to Denver one year, and we kept that Tahoe at the airport up there for about 2 years. That way, when we flew to Colorado, we didn't have to rent a car. How many times a year do you get stung? I've been beekeeping for, I don't know, 8, 10 years now, and I've probably been stung probably 600 times. I've been stung so many times now that I don't even swell up. Normally, if you get stung anywhere around here, you swell up. I don't even swell up on that anymore. When I first started beekeeping, one of my buddies called me and he said he had a swarm that he wanted me to help him with because he had broke his foot. So I got in what's up, Mike? I got in a bucket on the backhoe and lifted it all the way up, and we had tied a 5-gallon bucket to a one of them telescoping poles for cleaning out swimming pools, and I stuck that thing up there. And when I bumped that swarm, it started raining bees, and they eat me up. Just so happened I had put my bee coat on, and I took the top of it and flipped it over on my head and was crushing the bees to kill them and shook them out before I could get it sewed up or zipped back up. I got stung so many times that day. I probably got stung over 40 times on my hands, and my hands swelled up so bad you barely could see that knuckle right there. I mean, it was terrible. I got stung like 3 times there. This eye swelled up great big. It was a mess, but now I don't even swell up anymore. Yeah, the bumblebees can be something else, which I ain't had to mess with them anymore. The hornets is probably the only thing I've got into here lately, but I didn't get stung with them. Second year in the bees. That got me interested in it. I'm glad you've been watching the videos, 86 Off-Road. The way I got into beekeeping was I got to researching gardening videos on YouTube, and I watched YouTube videos for probably 6 months on beekeeping. And Hope looked at me one day. She said, "We're getting bees, aren't we?" I said, "Yeah." I took 2 classes through the community college here in Sampson County, and then I got my bees. Well, I got my bees before I went through the class, but I got into bees because of my gardening and stuff. Hello from UK, Mark. What time is it over there in UK right now? I would not send anybody money through emails on beekeeping collapse stuff. It depends on who you talk to, if that's a real thing or not. So you're up late, Howard. The colony collapse stuff, it depends on who you talk to. If you're on Facebook or whatever, I'm one of the moderators for Beekeeping Techniques, and we got all the moderators has got like a back chat that's everybody's in or whatever, and we got mixed reviews on the colony collapse stuff. We had somebody comment the other day about something about a farmer had sprayed Roundup on goldenrod. And this was like last week, and they were in Pennsylvania, but it's already frosted several times in Pennsylvania, so there was no goldenrod. So I think they were just kind of drawing out excuses. If you got to looking at what they were really posting, they had took honey off the hives like a week or so earlier, or maybe even a month earlier, and then it had got real cold. So I don't think what killed them bees was Roundup or anything like that. And they were also treatment free. Most of the time, if you're treatment free, if the mites are going to take over your hive, I think one of the moderators were saying it was usually going to be in November, December. So it could have been a mite issue, which I need to get out and treat my hives with that vaporizer thing I got. I just got to get time to do that. Yeah, health homes, I wouldn't trust emails coming asking for money. Evening, boss. I appreciate your videos and I have learned a lot from you. How big of a spread do you have? Right now, I've probably got 15 hives or so. The most I've ever had was probably around 30. They're a little light going into winter right now. I need to put some more sugar water out. That bucket feeder that I did the video on, those work really good. You don't have any issues with the bees drowning or anything else. I know some people don't like to open feed, but I've had issues in the past with putting internal feeders on hives, and they're getting robbed out, so I don't do that much anymore. Yeah, I had Hope run by and check see if that sticker had come in. If you don't get that sticker sent, I'm fine with that. If you get it sent, I'd really do appreciate it. I know everybody's busy, especially this time of year. Betsy, is y'all's hives real aggressive, or is he just not to the point where he thinks he can work the bees without them stinging him? I know some people, it just takes a while to work up the nerve to just work with just like a veil on or whatever. That's right. Some of those classes are pretty cool. I don't have my beekeeping books in here. There's a couple books you can buy, and they help out pretty good. Kind of chicken. Yeah, you can kind of tell how your bees are going to be. I can pop the top on a hive. I know most people say that, you know, like me and Randy and Walls B Man and all the other guys that are on YouTube that don't normally wear our equipment and stuff. You know, some people like to talk junk to you and say you're just trying to showboat and all that other stuff. But what most people don't know, we've got equipment right there near us. That way, if, you know, stuff goes south, we've got something to protect ourselves with. You can, once you pop the top on the hive, you can kind of tell how they are. I've got a couple of videos where I started out with nothing on. And, you know, I had to get my veil out or put my coat on or something, because I've got one hive out there. I mean, you can go in it one day and they're fine, and the next day you would think they were killer bees or something. Yeah. Work your bees however you feel like you're going to be safe with it. You don't want to be anxious when you're going into your bees. I didn't get any honey this year. I let my bees do whatever they wanted to this year because of this spring I was in the fun. And so I just let the bees do whatever they wanted to do. Come here. So I just let the bees do whatever they wanted to, so I didn't get any honey this year. You want to tell everybody, hey? Hi. Hi. Let's wait a minute. Yes, whatever makes you comfortable, do it. Hey, Howard. But yeah, if you don't feel comfortable going in your hives with, you know, if you want to go in there and look like you're fixing to go defuse a bomb, go ahead and knock it out. Whatever makes you comfortable. Can you tell everybody hi? There's 28 people watching you right now.
Yeah. I pop balloons, and the scissors cut, and I pop balloons.
You pop balloons. Rebecca says hello. You say hey, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
I started with just a veil last year with my nukes. Got a couple fired up hives. Yeah, the bad thing about like that, the hat with the veil thing that I wear, sometimes the bees get stuck up under here. You get stuck on the neck. Mrs. MB says hello. Can you say hey?
Hi.
Hi. They're wide open the night. Waylon's 2.5. He's getting to be, he's my little man. He likes to go wherever I go. Logjam says hey, and David Spence says hey. You tell them hey.
Hi.
The live business is pretty cool. I get, that way people can ask you questions. We got 27 people on here now. If y'all got any beekeeping questions, just let me know. I'm gonna be on here for a few more minutes. It won't be long. It's almost my my bedtime. I've been up since 3:50 this morning. Cool tractor. Yep, he's all about a tractor. Our house is slammed full of tractors. Hope's daddy, ever since she was little, every year she gets a tractor for Christmas. So we got a house slammed full of tractors, anything from the little small ones on up to the great big huge ones, the precision models. We got two or three pedal tractors in here. We got a pedal combine that's got the head and all that stuff on it too. Yep, he's at the right age right now. Of course, Wyatt would have been 5. Waylon is 3.5, and then Weston's 1.5 years. Right now, today we got right at 70 degrees. This week we won't get out of the 50s, and I think the coldest temperature we're supposed to get at night is in the upper 20s. Yeah, I don't mess with my bees a whole lot during the wintertime. All I do is pretty much put sugar water out. Yeah, we got a bag of toys we got to donate. Let's see how this looks on here. Hope took some pictures today. While she was doing something else, the boys got into the baby powder and in Waylon's room. But you can see all the baby powder on the floor and everything else. Waylon's covered in baby powder. Her mama had to come over here with the rainbow vacuum cleaner and suck it up, because you couldn't. I mean, baby powder is about like sheetrock dust. You can't suck it up with a regular vacuum cleaner. This man building top bar hives. Order your bees in the spring. A lot of places now are taking orders for the spring. So you can go ahead and order your bees now, and once they get production up, they'll send them to you in the mail. I haven't done anything with a top bar hive. I've thought about actually doing a video series with the top bar hives, the horizontal hive, and a long Langstroth, just to compare, see which bees do better and whatever. No, I don't have a horizontal hive. I'd actually kicked around the idea of doing one of those. I haven't used the Easy Vape yet. I've played around with it. I'm one of these ones that when I use it, I don't put my equipment on, so I need to get out there and use it. And my theory on that is if you use it on a day that's cold, then all your bees are going to be in the hive. This will actually be the first year of me actually.
What? There's lots of colors on us.
I know.
And the face.
I know.
And our hair.
But this will actually be one of
And
the
our
first years of me
arms.
actually treating the bees. And you can, the whole treatment-free thing is, you can do treatment-free for a couple years, but eventually the mite counts will get so high you got to do something about it or you'll just start losing them. Thank you, Terry. Logjam, I got to watching gardening videos on YouTube and got into the beekeeping videos. I think some of the first videos I watched was actually Fat Bee Man, which he don't do much videos anymore. He does a lot of lives, but I watched a lot of his stuff. He's got a lot of good videos, but he's got a lot of stuff out there that's misinformation. But for the most part, all his videos are good. I think the fogging thing with the mineral oil, from what I've been told, that's one of the biggest things that he's put out that doesn't work. Anybody got any more questions? Yeah, that bumblebee video took off. But the surprising thing about it is my biggest video that's out there still is my Got to Be NC live video. It's got 887,000 views on it. And my When Bumblebees Attack video's got 772,000 views on it. I don't know what it is about the Got to Be NC live video, but it really took off. And let's see, my other fifth video is actually a lawnmower tractor pull too. What's the biggest misconception of beekeeping? People think that they can buy a package of bees and equipment and make all the honey they could ever want and need. It's cheaper to buy honey than it is to beekeep. That's probably one of the biggest ones. Yeah, Fat Bee Man is straight to the point with his stuff. Hope you have a good weekend, Mrs. MB. What's up, Rodney? Yeah, it's cheaper to buy the honey than it is to become beekeeping. I'd love to know how much money I've spent on beekeeping. Yeah, keeping bees helps the environment to some point. Now, do you keep your honey in, did you freeze it? Because I had some frames of honey that I was going to keep for a little bit, and the wax moths got into it. Either the wax moths or leave them alone. It's either the wax moths or the hive beetles. Come here.
Yeah.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah.
This is Weston.
And Wavy.
Yeah, some people like to watch the beekeeping videos, but they don't want to pull the trigger on becoming a beekeeper. Have a good weekend, Farmstead. It's good seeing you. Yes, kids keeping is hard, especially with this one right here. He's not very nice to his brother. Hate to hear about your husband. Yeah, if you're gonna do cut comb or anything like that, you need to freeze the frames before you cut it. That way you kill any kind of wax moths or hive beetles that were in it. Hope you have a good weekend too, Terry. You tell everybody, hey.
Hi.
Thank you, Chris P.
Oh, you got kind of.
I got to get on to making some more videos.
Oops.
It's getting so cold now that the beekeeping video is going to slow down. I am actually in the Sand Hills. We're just we're outside. We're just east of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Victoria, hope you have a good weekend. Come on. We have 3 children, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, that can be a handful. This little guy right here, it's about time for him to go night-night. You ready to go night-night? So he fell down the other day and hurt him little face.
Ha
Can you blow my kiss? Say, mwah.
Buffer saying,
Yep.
good job,
They can be a little
Bubba.
aggravating
Okay,
when
that's
they're little,
enough,
but the
Bubba.
thing about it is they're only little one time.
That's enough, Bubba.
We love our babies.
I did it, do la la,
No, hit the keys on the keyboard. Easy, buddy. Rodney, how old are your boys? Oh, 3, 2, and 4. You're going to hit each other. Quit hitting the keyboard. How do you feel about gas vape? I'm a bigger fan of gas vape than I am anything else. Because we know it works pretty good. There's all the other stuff you can use, but gas vape's pretty good. We're going to have a blast with these boys. I know, right? He's at the right age for the Christmas stuff, and he's starting to get into it. They both love the Christmas trees. We got 3 Christmas trees here in the house. We got one that's dedicated to Wyatt, and then we got another tree that's just for them, and then we got a regular Christmas tree too. Have a good night, Kenny. Yes, we got our hands full with these 2. Yep. Well, I reckon we're going to hop off. Cancel. We got one that keeps hitting the keyboard. Thank you, Betsy. If y'all got any, hop down, please. If y'all got any questions or anything, y'all can always send me an email. Hop down, please. Y'all can always send me an email or whatever. Hold on just a minute. Come on. But if y'all got any beekeeping questions or whatever, you can send me an email. It's dfishman76@gmail. Or you can send me a thing on Facebook. I try to answer those. I normally I normally get them right away because I get an alert on my phone for the Facebook stuff. I'm on my second family. I'm 55. Chris, take it easy, buddy. Good night, Rodney. Thank you, James, for hanging out for a little bit. Good night, Rodney. And I'm gonna hop off of here, spend a little time with them, and you ready to go night night? You ready to go night night? You not ready to go night night? Log Jam, take it easy, buddy. What's up, Tommy G? Have a good night, Michael. You tell me night night.
Night night.
We'll see y'all later.
We see y'all later.
Take it easy, off road. Thank you. We're gonna try to get at least Waylon in a little bit more of the videos. My older videos, we got Wyatt in some of those. My little buddy, we got his mausoleum and all decorated up for Christmas. What's up, big man?
Yeah.
Oren. I just wanted to hop on a live. We hadn't done a live on this channel, so I wanted to try it out. Here, wait, Weston coming again. Appreciate it, Mark. I'm gonna try to get on my bees and start looking after them a little bit better this coming year. I'm gonna try to get some more honey going. I'd love to get into doing a little bit of the honey production stuff. I hadn't really ever kept bees just for the honey purposes, but we got enough places we could put bees out where we should be able to get a pretty good honey return on them. Most of my bees that I've got are from swarms and stuff. I don't think I've ever bought, but maybe 3 or 4 packages.
That's not the door.
So.
What? There's a friend girl to colorful again.
You see Mama's workout mat. Yeah, Mark, I hadn't bought a whole lot of bees. Most of mine's from removals and swarms that I went and got, and doing splits and all that good stuff. Have fun.
I got, yes.
So, well, I hope y'all have a good night. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Y'all try to stay safe with all this virus crap going around. We just found out one of our friends has got it or tested positive for it. I don't know if we can trust all them tests or not. Sometimes they're right and sometimes they're not. Seems like everybody that I know that has got COVID is hardcore mask wearers. Hey, Brian, we're ready as we're going to be. I think we still got 1 or 2 little things to get. We got our family's got 8 kids in it. Well, no, we got more than that. Our brother's got 3 girls. My sister's got 2 kids. Yeah, we got 8. Well, no, my aunt's got 3. She's got 2 boys and a girl. So that's 8. And then with these 2, we got 10. 7 swarms this year. I didn't get that many swarms this year. Facebook's changed it where you can't advertise swarm removals anymore. If you throw up something on the yard sales about swarm removals, Facebook flags it and takes it down. That's how I used to get all my swarms, was advertising on the yard sales and stuff. But now they won't even let y'all do that. I don't know why. I think they've got it now where you can't, advertise services or something on them. They keep changing the way they do stuff on Facebook. It's kind of hard to keep up with it. So, well, hope y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe. Stay dry. we're going to try to work on the pole barn tomorrow. We're taking the trusses off the hog house and moving them to get ready to set up for the pole barn. We got some light poles from our power company. They actually brought them to the house and dropped them off. And that's what we're going to use for our supports for our pole barn. What's that, green buds? So that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow. It's only supposed to be 41 degrees tonight, so I ain't got to worry about frost. But I've removed all the 10 I'm going to remove so far. So but anyway, y'all have a good weekend. Thanks for everybody that's joining in on the live. Sorry about the kids running around making all the noise, but that's part of having kids. So hope y'all doing good. And as always, we'll see y'all on the next one. Can you tell them bye?
Bye. Bye. I gotta thank you, Dad.
Well, buddy.
I gotta thank you.
See you, Green.